Good early morning, everybody. This is Tasha with Too Transparent Tasha. Of course, I'm your host, Tasha. It's 5:44 right now. I'm up extremely early. I need to be in bed because I have a busy day ahead of me. It's my daughter's 15th birthday, and I plan on spending the whole day with her and the kids and having as much fun as we can. So, I won't hold you long, but please follow me, subscribe, wherever that button is, whatever, and share my stories, share the comments, whatever. Let people know what I'm talking about. I know that a lot of people have gone through things in their past, but let this channel be a guide for you, and I pray that it does. But without further ado, let's start that 10 minutes now. Anyways, let's go back to the red flags, or continuing from that. So, of course, as you know, he called me that forbidden word. I hate when a man calls any woman that, a bitch. And yeah, that was definitely a shock for me. I couldn't stand it, and I could not believe it. But again, that was one of the red flags. Like I said from the last video, you will get to know somebody better once you move in with them, or when you continue to hang with them, get to know each other better. You will notice the things that you probably don't like, or maybe you may sense some red flags, right? I also noticed that besides, his belligerent ways at moments and times, that he became more unstable. And he probably was like that before, but I probably didn't sense it before, since that representation that he showed me when we first were getting to know each other better didn't really, present itself to me like that. But again, some of his things that he would think and talk about, as far as his mindset goes, was kind of like, I don't understand what you're saying type of thing. Like his spouse, for example. He'd be mad at the fact that, okay, like he would swear up and down she cheating and she doing the same thing, and she don't need to be lying to him, or she don't need to be doing this in front of his face. And I keep saying, like, why are you getting mad? We're doing the same thing. Like, I don't understand it. With men, they get really butthurt about when a woman finally cheats on them after she's been so faithful for so long to you, or even for like the women doing the same thing to the men. He's been faithful to you, and you've done your dirt so many times behind their back. Now you guys get upset. Why? That's the question I ask. Why are you getting upset when you know you're not the one that's right? When you know you're the one that's defiled the bed many times before. And if you see another tail go through that looks pleasing to the eye, you'll probably chase it too in an instant. Just gonna say it like that. But anyways, he will say things like that I just wouldn't be like, I still wouldn't. I was trying to understand where he come from, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me, and I still don't understand why I would stay with somebody that was just so stupid in that thinking. And I'm a smart person. I'm smarter than that. Don't understand. I mean, I see what happened to make me feel like that, because of course I was blinded by, of course, being infatuated or in love, whatever, at that time, which I thought I was. But yeah, like that was, to me, I think he was unstable in that area, or a lot of part of his mindset, in my opinion. Also, I noticed, as the days, the weeks, and the months went by and going to the years, that he became unreliable. Very unreliable. Not only for work ethics, but, just, personal time as well. Like when he said he needed to borrow something, or, he'll have it back for me and not maybe the next day, or give me this amount of time and I got you. I won't hear back from him until I ask about it. Like, you just kept me in the dark, and I needed that money because I had an upcoming bill or whatever, or I could have used it for something else, or to pay somebody else off that basically did me a favor. I gotta pay them off first before I paid you. So, he just became that relaxed to where, you could just ask me for money because I'm gonna say yes. And that's what it was, honestly. Sometimes I have doubt in my mind, but yeah, like he became very unreliable after a while. And that's what really, really just like rubbed me the wrong way. And also the person that he introduced to me would often say this, he wouldn't say it every time, but I hate it when he always said it. I shouldn't, but I did. But he was like, he ain't leaving his wife. He's not leaving his wife. And I'm like, well, according to him and how he treated her, he gonna be with me. I mean, I swore up and down for this girl, for this guy. And for what? But, like I said, didn't want nobody in my business. And with that same guy that would just tell me that, trying to give me his wisdom, I guess, he would go on to just sort of joke with me, but then I would like sense that he just trying to be a little too nosy about the guy that I was with in our relationship. Like, he doing this right, he doing that right, as far as like pertaining to the sexual activities I would have. I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, does that apply to you? It's not something I want or am not even interested in telling you about, because it's not your damn business. I mean, he would tell me about his stuff, but that was him telling me. I'm not gonna share my dirty laundry with people. That's just what it is. I'm sorry, but like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Why would you go ahead and tell people, I don't care who they are to you, why would you go ahead and tell this person that we're a thing when I've asked you and I thought we had an agreement that we needed to keep this in a bubble, in a secret bubble, like confidential, okay? But again, you can't trust niggas, not all of them, because they want to do whatever they want after a while. Once they have, all of you, and once they know they got you in their grips, it's like they can like settle back and relax now, But that's one of the main things about being this type of lifestyle. You are, even if you don't say it, or if you don't think that you are, but you are the side piece. And they are the sneaky link, or whatever you want to call it. Apologize, my baby girl. I'm trying not to wake her up. But anyway, and being part of this lifestyle, again, you need to be understanding the fact that if you are going to go through it, you need to be used to being second place, maybe even third, because God knows who else he may have under his sleeve. They'll tell you one thing, but they're doing another. They say they're going to this way, but they actually going that way. That's what it is. But yeah, this lifestyle, I will not recommend it. Even if you're a person that just is in that explorer mode, I do not recommend it. I give it, just like I give adulting a -0 stars. I give what had happened back 3-4 years ago in the past a 0 star, -star. Not gonna lie. Should have stopped it in its tracks. Let's just say that. But the only thing, I'm trying to think what was the only main thing that I can think about that I would say was more of a lesson learned for me. And I believe that was and I know this, but when you're in this type of relationship, you forget the easiest things, but not to put all your eggs in one basket. I put my eggs in that basket thinking that, okay, I knew I was going to leave my husband for him. I knew that because I already felt that I was already in love with this guy and I wanted nobody but him. So I put all my eggs in there. But only to learn that he was never going to change, even when you asked him about certain things, you know? Another thing that I didn't agree with was something that really just got to me. And with that being said, he did, that's my 10 minutes. Sorry. But there will be a next time. And I will continue on with part 9 coming up. We are on part 8 now, but part 9 will be out, of course, next week, as well as part 10. Again, this is Too Transparent Tasha. Thank you so much for tuning in. And also, hey, I am just waiting for people just to come back to me regarding if you want to get an interview with me. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to remain anonymous, please hit me up. Let me know. And I'll be happy to share your story if you feel willing to. I have a 10 for 10 going on, 10 minutes for $10. And if you want to do 20, I got 20 for 20 minutes. You let me know, because I want to share the best way I know how. Give out in examples and how to steer people away from infidelity as much as I can. Or we can. But it's up to y'all. But again, I'm your host, I'm Tasha. And thank you for tuning in. Peace.